Hello beautiful souls and welcome in. Today I have a pick a card reading for the collective with 6 piles that will bring a quick yes or no answer for your question, as well as taking a quick look at why and any extra messages or guidance coming through that will hopefully help you on your path moving forward. Before we begin, remember that we all have free will and can create our own future, so nothing is set in stone. This is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4, pile 5 and pile 6. If you already know which pile you're going to choose, you can feel free to skip ahead. The timestamps are in the description and pinned in the comments below. Otherwise, you can join me in connecting yourself to the pile you need by closing your eyes, taking a nice deep cleansing breath in, and opening your eyes again as you breathe out. You might now have a knowing about which pile you should choose, but if you need more time, you can pause the video and ask Spirit to help guide you to the messages you need in this moment. Let's begin. Okay, that's interesting. I'm being told to read these piles in a specific order. So I'll put the piles in numerical order when I do the timestamps, but you'll notice that the timestamps won't be in order. I hope that makes sense. This is the first time Spirit has asked me to do this, so let's see how it goes. I want pile 4 first. Then pile 6. Pile 5. Pile 3. Pile 1. And pile 2. Okay, so we have pile 4, pile 6, pile 5, pile 3, pile 1, and pile 2. 4, 6, 5, 3, 1, 2. Okay. All right, now let's begin. Pile 4. Okay, pile 4. You may notice that the timestamps are a little out of order today, and Spirit has told me that they want me to read these piles in a specific order. So I'm actually reading your pile 4, first. So if you felt drawn to pile 1 in any way as well, you may want to go and watch pile 1 in case there are messages there for you too. But let's go ahead and do your reading. So for pile 4, you have the Lady. That tells me that your answer today is yes. This is feminine power, passion and strength. This could represent you or someone important around you with these qualities. So let's take a look at why your answer is yes. You have belonging, beautiful. So this is you being completely comfortable in your own skin. This belonging card is the feeling of acceptance. Acceptance of yourself or from others. It's finding your home, your soul community, and being exactly where you're supposed to be. So let's see what the advice or extra messages are for you today. We have the 2 of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the 7 of Cups. I mean, it's just so beautiful and powerful. I'm reading this as you finding yourself, discovering your beauty and your worth, and it opening up a whole new world of opportunities for you. Something very special is happening here, a union and this beautiful energy of 2 halves coming together. And for some of you, this is a completely internal process, and for others, it's a strong partnership with someone or something in your life. But it helps you to understand and see yourself in such a confident and empowered. I'm hearing the word empowered. It puts you in this place where you're able to see all of the amazing qualities that you have, and how you can use your skills and resources to start turning your dreams into a reality. The energy is just so beautiful. It's so balanced, and it's just beautiful. I'm so happy for you. Well done, pile 4. Your answer today is yes. So thank you for sharing your time with me today, and I hope the messages were helpful for you. Remember to subscribe if you'd like to hear more, or click the like button and comment below if this resonated for you. Much love to you all, and I'll see you next time. Pile 6. Okay, pile 6, you may notice that the timestamps look a little out of order today, and that's because Spirit has asked me to read these piles in a specific order. So I'm actually reading your pile, pile 6, second in the list. So if you felt drawn to pile 2 in any way, you might want to go and watch those messages just in case there's something there for you as well. But let's go ahead and do your reading for pile 6. Today we have the birds for you. This tells me that your answer is yes. These are chirpy birds, so they would represent communication of some kind, like a phone call, a text, or other conversation. It could be a meeting or interview, a negotiation, news, or other information. Looking at the card, I feel like it might be communication between one person and a small group. So let's look at why your answer is yes today. You have understanding. Okay, so whatever this communication is for you, it helps provide a deep acceptance and appreciation of someone else's point of view. This card is about walking in someone else's shoes or viewing things from their perspective to really get a true understanding of things. So this would be you having an open and honest conversation with someone that provides important context for something, or a realization that helps to move forward with understanding in your hearts. So let's see what other messages or guidance there is for you today. We have the 4 of Wands, Justice, and the Empress. Beautiful. Okay. This is all about healthy balance being restored here. This is coming together for a mutually happy outcome with this 4 of Wands. And the guidance is learning from past mistakes in order to make better choices for a happier future. Because we can only ever make decisions based on the information we have available to us at that moment in time. I'm seeing forgiveness and compassionate understanding here. This feels like genuinely making amends with someone or a situation, and moving into an awareness and energy of growth. So this is actually a really important process going on here, because it allows the karmic scales to be reset and balanced, and it opens up the ability to move forward with an open mind and an open heart. So be proud of your growth, pile 6, and for taking an active role in shaping a more positive future for yourself. Well done. Your answer today is yes. So thank you for sharing your time with me today, and I really hope this message was helpful for you. Please remember to subscribe if you'd like to hear more, or click the like button and comment below if this resonated for you. Much love to you all, and I'll see you next time. Pile 5. Okay, pile 5, you may notice that the timestamps look a little out of order today, and that's because Spirit has asked me to read these piles in a specific order. So I'm actually reading your pile, pile 5, third in the list. So if you felt called in any way to pile number 3 as well, you might want to have a listen to those messages just in case there's something there for you. But let's go ahead and get your reading started for pile 5. You have the Well card, and that means that your answer today is yes, because the Well represents wishes, creativity, and resources. It can also be about healing and hidden depths. There might be a need to look deeper into whatever you're asking about, and there's a message that comes with the Well that you'll probably have to work hard for your positive outcome. I'm feeling like this is a secret hope or wish for most of you. So let's take a look at why your answer is yes today. You have the Warrior. This is you fighting for your dream. Whatever you're asking about, this Warrior card tells you to be committed to your path. Protect and defend what it is that you want. And in the process, it will show you who or what is really there to support you. The Well and Warrior cards together are about digging deep and knowing that you're protected. So let's see what guidance or extra messages you have today. We have the Fool. Wow, the Magician. And the Seven of Swords. Wow. Okay, so the strongest message coming through for you right away is that you're about to create a completely new reality for yourself. This is literally you taking a chance to manifest your miracles and making plans for how to achieve that. There's also a small warning here to just be aware of anyone trying to manipulate you for their own gain. But mostly I'm hearing the message not to limit yourself. There are resources, skills, and knowledge that you already have, and it's just a matter of using the best tools at your disposal to their full potential. Anything can happen if you will it to, pile 5. So today your answer is yes. Thank you for sharing your time with me, and I really hope these messages were helpful for you. Remember to subscribe if you'd like to hear more, or click the like button and comment below if this resonated for you. Much love to you all, and I'll see you next time. Pile 3. Okay, pile 3. You may notice that the timestamps look a little out of order today, and that's because Spirit has asked me to read these piles in a specific order. And so I'm actually reading this pile 3, 4th on the list. So if you felt called in any way to pile 4 as well, you may want to go and watch pile 4's reading, just in case there are messages there for you too. So let's go ahead and do your reading for pile 3. We have the Labyrinth. Now it's interesting that this card came up because I was only discussing the movie Labyrinth the other day. But this card tells me that your answer is yes. And just like the movie, this card is a message to keep going, even if there are twists and turns, and if the journey is more challenging than you expected. And I'm hearing David Bowie's character, Jareth, saying, "It's further than you think." Overall, this card is about getting somewhere through trial and error, and sometimes having to retrace your steps or to take a completely different route, because there are no shortcuts to success. There's also the message in this card about most of us not having an easy answer in life, but sometimes working together can help us solve a problem faster than trying to figure it out on our own. So let's take a look at why your answer is yes today. And we have Loyalty. So this card is obviously about being faithful to yourself, to your loved ones, to your moral compass. It's standing up for who and what you believe in. So again, like the movie Labyrinth, this is referencing the true test of your character by doing what's right and remembering who and what is most important to you. So let's see what guidance or additional messages you have today. We have the King of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Hierophant. Okay. So I'm seeing here that there might have been a loss of security or resources, or maybe your routine or direction was interrupted, which makes sense with the Labyrinth card. And the advice here is to reach out to someone who can help you heal properly, and help you realize that not everything is lost, because you still have 2 cups here waiting for you. This might be a supportive friend or counselor that you turn to, but for some of you it will be turning to spiritual or religious practices for guidance and understanding of the situation. I feel like you were here with everything going smoothly and to plan, and then something happened to shake up that stability and predictability. But there's something that can be learned here, and a new appreciation and awareness about how valuable life's lessons can be. So pile 3, your answer today is yes. Thank you for sharing your time with me, and I hope the messages were helpful for you. Please remember to subscribe if you want to hear more, or click the like button and comment below if this message resonated with you. Much love to you all, and I'll see you next time. Pile 1. Okay, pile 1. So you may notice that the timestamps today look a little out of order, and that's because Spirit has asked me to read these piles in a specific order. So I'm actually reading your pile 1, 5th in the list. So if you felt drawn to pile 5 in any way as well, you may want to watch that reading in case there are messages for you there too. But let's go ahead and do the reading for pile 1. And today you have the Stork, and that tells me that your answer is yes, because this card represents improvements or upgrades, lifestyle changes, or sudden movement of a situation. It can sometimes mean that old things are stirred up, but this would only be so that something can be resolved, and an old cycle can end to bring in a new one. So let's see why your answer is yes. Okay, so you have chaos. Oh yeah, there's definitely a storm brewing here. This card reminds us that after a storm, the sky's clear and life begins again. For some of you, this is advising you to wait out the storm rather than creating or adding to chaos that you'll have to clean up afterwards. And I'm seeing 2 stalks and 2 twisters here. So I feel like this is about a misunderstanding or changes between 2 people. And even the posing is really similar, with one rising up or towering over the other. So the message I'm getting here for some of you is to just let the storm blow itself out. See how the smaller stalk is about to fly off on its own, and the smaller twister is starting to veer off on its own path. You don't have to stay out in this kind of weather. You can choose to leave, and for some of you that might just be until the rain is cleared, but for others it might be a permanent departure. I'm hearing that for some of you, the yes is about saying your piece before you leave a person or circumstance behind for the better. So let's see what the extra messages or guidance is for you. Okay, so you have the 9 of Wands, Judgment, and the 7 of Wands. Okay, so Right here with the Judgment card, we see you being called to your new life or your new normal. This message is about retreating so that you can regroup and reflect on the situation. I can see here that some of you try to defend yourselves or your beliefs and your actions, but there's just a lack of understanding here about your point of view. For a lot of you, there's communication or a conversation that you have with someone that just doesn't go as expected. And I'm really seeing most of you making the decision to go off on your own path because whoever you're trying to take along won't go with you. It's almost like you're trying to help someone else be a better version of themselves, but it's somehow caused more conflict. And I'm hearing fighting a losing battle. For most of you, this is calling time on the situation because defending your position, thoughts and beliefs hasn't worked. So, pile 1, the answer for your question today is yes. Thank you for sharing your time with me, and I hope the messages were helpful for you. Please remember to subscribe if you want to hear more, or click the like button and comment below if this resonated for you. Much love to you all, and I'll see you next time. Pile 2. Okay, pile 2. So you may notice that the timestamps today look a little out of order, and that's because Spirit has asked me to read these piles in a specific order. So I'm actually reading your pile 2, last or 6th in the list. So if you felt any calling at all for pile number 6 as well, you might want to watch the messages there after this reading, just in case there's any messages for you coming through there as well. Okay, but let's go ahead and start with your reading for pile 2. And you have the Man card today. This tells me that your answer is yes. This can be a male connected to your question, or it could represent you if you identify as a male. This would be a person or situation around romance or love, a sensitive and patient nature, or it might be asking you to use patience and sensitivity within the situation. So let's look at why your answer is yes today. We have obedience. Okay, so this is rules and steps that are in place for your own protection and to keep things in their natural order. With this Man card, the obedience card would definitely be about understanding that things will happen for you when and how they're supposed to. So just be patient and trust that a higher authority will bring in something better for you when the time is right. But let's go ahead and see what the extra messages and guidance is for you today. And you have the 2 of Wands, the 3 of Cups, and the King of Cups. Okay, so here you are again. This King of Cups is giving me that same energy of longing and waiting for something good. You might not see it yet because the pathways and choices look so similar to you right now. But I feel like the message here is to focus on and find joy in what you already have for the moment. Once you touch base with your true inner emotions and inspirations to figure out what brings you authentic happiness, you can then face this fork in the road again with courage for what the future will bring and celebration in your heart about being on your true path. So pile 2, your answer today is yes. Thank you for sharing your time with me, and I hope the messages were helpful for you. Please remember to subscribe if you want to hear more, or click the like button and comment below if this resonated for you. Much love to you all, and I'll see you next time.